Hi, all. We just got off our incredible 90-minute call. I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
With men and women and couples. We had several couples show up,
Four.
four
That's
in the
good. I've
same
never seen
screen.
anything like
Yeah,
that.
it's really good. And we are going to record a summary so that if you were on the call and you want to share this with your partner or you didn't make it, you can watch and receive the same process that we went through on the call. We'll try to keep this concise without missing anything that's key. First, we just want to start, as we started off the call, by saying relationships can seem hard and scary, and it can feel like there's a right thing to do, or you're going to learn the right tip, trick, whatever. And what we want to remember in this process is that relationships, our partnership is about heart connection, and that's actually the scariest place to go. So it can sometimes seem like, well, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do the right thing. And whenever you're in this kind of energy, you're going nowhere. Like, that's not union. Union is opening your heart. And the way that I said that is probably not the way to it. Open your heart.
Do it now.
Do it now. It's softening. And so we witnessed in the call, this was so brilliant. A woman was sharing about her husband, respectfully, but sharing like, oh, these are the things coming up, and the topic was, why did you choose him? And when she was able to say only why she chose him, her whole being softened, and the entire group, you could feel, orient to him differently. The whole group softened.
Yeah.
Like there was a way to go. And what we'll find with relationships is that it's not like he does this, I do this, how do we fix this? It's coming into right alignment, just as our bodies do with symptoms. We come into right alignment and things take care of themselves. So that alignment is going to be in your heart, and it's going to be you softening to the person you're choosing. And if you're with that person, you're choosing him or her, right? So we can list out all the reasons, all the things, but you are choosing to be in partnership in this one life with a man or a woman. And if you want union and intimacy with them, it's going to start here. So keep that in mind as we go along, and watch yourself want to get into the rights and wrongs of things, and come back to your heart and come back to what we're going to talk about first, which is, why did you choose your partner? I'm talking a lot. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, and as you're listening to this, right, listen from a different listening. Like, check the resentment, check all the things that are wrong in the relationship. Just kind of put that in the side. You don't have to check them forever. You can carry that stuff around with you later if you'd like. But for this 20 minutes, like, just consider, if you want a different outcome in a relationship, just be open, curious, and listen with different ears.
Yeah. And because what we find is that when you get a couple together, or even a person talking about their partner, they want to be like, well, he does this, this, and this, and this is what's going on, and he's not. And it's like, okay. But if we're not here, like, you're going nowhere.
And yes, all those things are true, but like, who are you in the world in this moment? Like, are you love and vulnerability, and are you what you came here to be, or are you the past resentment, bringing that to share with everybody?
Trying to get it right and figure it out and like prove your point. Right. Yeah, I get it. Like, I'm there most of the time too. And also, what you want starts here. So there's 4 parts to this. This is also in a worksheet that will be in the school group, and we'll also email it out with this video. And at the end of this, we're going to tell you about the series. This is part 1 of a 6-part series we are doing around union, and it's really, we'll tell you the pieces of it. Well, I guess we'll just email you. We'll send the link. You can find out more, and there's a bonus if you sign up by Sunday. So yeah, lean into that and see if this serves you. And what we found in the call is that, yeah, it's pretty profound what can happen in a group of open-hearted people and couples within 90 minutes.
And if you missed the call too, it's not like couples counseling where it's really thick and like really dark and really painful, right? I would say the majority of the content and the majority of the conversation was actually like laughing at the human condition and like poking fun at the differences between men and women in a respectful way that was also like lighthearted, and it gives us spaciousness to choose something that's different than what's right in our face right
What
now.
happens is someone will be talking about their relationship like this, and then it's like you shift the thing, and they're like, "Oh, it's different than I thought," and my approach changes naturally because I see him with different eyes. Oh, it's like there's so much in that call that was so good. We can't cover it all, but okay. So, number one, consider why you chose your partner. Like, what was it about him or her when you decided to get in a relationship, or you decided you would get married, or you decided you would walk together? What was the spark? And I don't mean to say like list it out in your head. I mean, come into your heart and feel it. Like you are on your deathbed and you have to say the one thing about your person, why you married your person. You would say a beautiful thing. What is that beautiful thing? So say it, write it, feel it, make sure it's the thing you would say on your deathbed. We want to go there because most of us are viewing, I am not often in the day-to-day viewing Steve from this, what I love most about him. I'm viewing him from, he didn't do this, and he created this problem for me, right? And he's like dodging me, and neither of us are winning, and there's no union, there's no connection, there's just a mess, right? So if I come into my heart and relate to Steve from the truest place in me, right? Which is why I chose him, my life can change radically. And so will his. So, and you can't, none of the other things can come from a closed heart. And your relationship won't get better from a closed heart. I don't care what therapist tells you to say this script or this script. It changes the moment your heart opens, and you can do that on your own right now.
Again.
So,
yep.
Yeah, again. So consider why you chose him.
And you don't need to hang on to that for the rest of your life. Just try it on for these next 5-10 minutes. I know, like, we're all pissed at our partner and we're resentful and all the things, but just like try to set that aside again and just feel that and rest in that feeling, because that's the gold.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. And it's hard to do. You said rest in that feeling, and it was hard for most that shared to rest in that feeling. It's like that and right? No and.
Right.
No and. Okay. Number 2. This is for women. You want to talk about respect?
No, I thought you did it beautifully, Nicole.
Okay. I'm just sort of talked out. How do men feel in respect, and how do men feel and act and live in disrespect?
Yeah, so there are 2 ways that a woman can approach a man. One is trying to beat him into doing something differently and just having that pressure, that abuse, that whatever that is, like just
you're
constant,
doing it wrong. Oh.
Right. Or there's a way where you offer a man respect. Is this the compliment as well, or just respect?
It's not the compliment as much as a men orient around the gaze of respect.
Without a doubt. So if you're posturing to your man with eyes of respect, even if it's respecting some of the things, just feel that respect that you can feel for him for whatever it is. That posturing gives men a way to go, and it helps them remember, here I am, this is why I'm in this relationship, this is why I'm on the planet, is to feel that respect of a woman. And it creates a spaciousness that will, for most men, create the opportunity and the desire to do what is best for him, best for his woman, and best for his life.
And women, this is not the same for us. We are not, respect is not like water in the desert for us. I want to be honored by Steve, and certainly I want to be respected, but I'm not like out there trying to get his respect. Men are. They want that. They want admiration. They want to serve, and they want to be acknowledged in that service. So a lot of women have men who are working every day and they're providing for their family, they're paying the bills, and it's kind of like, why can't he have these conversations with me, or why isn't he more fun? We have to start with, thank you for working so hard, and I really appreciate how you provide for our family, or I appreciate how you take care of the yard, and mow the lawn and whatever it is, like you start there. This isn't like, oh, that's a nice thing to say. It's like this, if your marriage feels like this starts to organize it. And if there's fires in your marriage, this starts to change. This is the most basic change you can make as a woman to get what you want in your marriage. So I know it doesn't sound like you can say like, well, he's doing this thing. Like, how, if I offer him respect, how does it change this thing? It does. Give it a try and find out. And if you disrespect him, apologize for it.
Yeah, and if you can't figure out one thing to feel respect for your man, leave him. Like, that's the wrong relationship.
Yeah, it's true. And we don't, that's not what
we're not promoting leaving, but like, you're with him for a reason and he's doing something well and respectable.
So offer him respect. Number 3 and 4 are a part of a conversation that you can have. If there's something that you're triggered as a woman, if you're triggered on something, you're distant about something, you have some upset, the way to come to your man is in vulnerability. I know this sounds simple. The way most women come to their men is, this is going wrong and you're doing this and you're not doing this and da-da-da-da. It's blame and hooks. And even if it's like, I'm having a really hard time with this, and yada, 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 there can be an energy of, and it's your fault, right? So what we're suggesting is that you come to your partner to express a challenge or something that's going on with you without the, and it's your fault. Likely you have a relationship where you are telling your man what he's doing wrong all the time. And he's not listening to you. And he may not even listen to you in the beginning when you express respect. He might have just tuned you out. Fine. You hold something that he wants in his life by design. He wants your respect. He wants your surrender by design. So you have something that he wants. And when you start to shift into respect, and then you stop blaming him for your life, he can then show up for you and offer you containment. So what you want to do is, when you're expressing upset, say your feelings. I feel, Steve was joking in our call, I feel like you're an asshole is not a feeling. We have had this many times. Like, Jamie, that's not a feeling. We will try to twist it. Catch yourself, say, sorry. I'm sorry. I feel sad. This is difficult for me. I long for this. Whatever it is. But don't make him wrong about it. Because technically, like, he's out mowing the lawn. How do you even know it's his fault? Like, I could tell you all the reasons all my problems are Steve's fault. I don't even know if that's true. And orienting that way does not get me what I want. What I want is to feel what I feel and to have alignment and feel supported by Steve. And I want Steve to be available to say, oh, this is difficult for Jamie, like, I want to shift this way, or Jamie's living in the city and it's not for her, I want to find a way for us to move, right? I want that from him. But if I'm like, you, he gets smaller, then he's hiding in the garage, I don't have what I want, right? So, and it's not, the you's not even true, even though we think it is. Anything else you want to say about vulnerability? Vulnerability sparks a man into alignment. You watch. Go to your man and just be vulnerable. Be like a puddle at his feet. Like, he's the Viking and you're the feminine. You don't go up to the Viking and say, you came home late and you didn't mow the lawn. You don't say that to the Viking. You say, whatever the feelings are. And then he says, probably very little, and goes on his way and does what Vikings do. And you trust him to do what Vikings do. And what Vikings do is serve, I think, or in this example, that your man is here to serve you and serve your family. That is his greatest mission and purpose, and he's on it. It may not look like what you think. He may not be, I'm talking so much, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's great.
Okay. I just like, I can like re-say
you can
everything.
Remember it. No, it's great.
I know. I
don't remember half of it.
No. He's doing, men, their purpose is to serve their women. They want your gaze and their children. And they are probably doing it right now, and you think that there's a better way they could do it, but actually they know the best way. And if you express yourself in a way where he doesn't want to try to go hide from you because it's like this like nagging, he can stay and listen. Right?
Yes.
So we want to use the Viking example when you are expressing. You're not going to like list out the things and hook him because that's not good for you. And for the man, how does he orient?
Yeah.
In this example.
In this example, the man, I know it's difficult, but we don't fix. And it sounds really basic, right? We are designed to fix things and to change our woman's experience. But in this situation, we stand, we feel, we hear her, we say, thank you for sharing. We look her in the eye, and then we're done. That's your whole job. And I know it sounds crazy, but just do that.
Just do it. That you will eventually have more skills to interact, but probably most people have a relationship where well, go ahead.
No, in the beginning, don't do any extra credit. Like, that's what we need from you. Like, feel the feeling. When that anger, shame, resentment, whatever that is, just let it burn, let it wash through you, and feel that feeling. Phone a friend.
Extra credit. Yeah. So here's the thing. You probably, as a woman, have been like da 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 da, right? And you're like, how much do I have to tell you more? And then he's kind of like, he's trying to keep his dignity, and he's like, no, 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 no. And then he has just kind of like he's trying to get away from you and hold his dignity. And in some ways, that's for the best, right? Yeah. You do not want him to submit and be like, I don't know, almost like your little bitch. You totally. Don't want that. And
well, I mean, what's best case scenario? You're right. I suck as the leader of the family. Like, yeah. You're right. I'm so stupid. Like, okay, then that's what you got. So, I mean, there's no way out in that current dynamic. He doesn't have a way out. Of course, he's going to like try to have his dignity and put up his defenses and block your communication.
Right. And even when you're just sharing vulnerability, even if you decide I'm not blaming him in this round, he's going to be looking for the blame so he can defend himself against it. So that's why men, you say nothing, and you may feel shame and you may feel discomfort and you just burn in it. And just as she is not going to blame you, you also don't make that about her. Right?
Totally. And if you're a dude and you're struggling, like, reach out to me. I had this conversation. Here's what happened. Like, we can have that chat. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, you also, Steve, I have it on the worksheet, a link to his shame mini course, so that, because shame is the big one for men. And it's actually the first thing that we're going to talk about in the series, because when a woman is able to access her vulnerability and a man can hold shame, your relationship can transform, like 100%.
Yeah.
So try this on. You approach him with vulnerability, and men, you stand and feel and don't fix, and just don't say anything, and then go deal with yourself or phone a friend or whatever you need to do to clear it, or go chop some wood or move the energy. But consider that she can feel and you can feel, and you don't have to right? And when you're able to do that with some grace, like, you can bridge your way back to each other. And this we're not trying to be like, I hope you have a good conversation. It's like, this can change, this can put out all the other fires. It's like the whack-a-mole game. You stop doing the whack-a-mole because you start to have like safety in your relationship, right?
And you're posturing differently, right? You're posturing with respect, and what else? It's reorienting, right? Instead of what you've been doing, like, you're leaning into something different that's fresh, which can create something new and different.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's new and different. I mean, we're aligning to the design, like, where we want to. My perspective is that in the grand psyop, like, we are all fragmenting and we're all taking these weird shapes, and it's a mess, and there's no connection. And if I do not believe that the world wants us to connect in relationship, because if you can break union, like, you create dis-ease, and there's power over individuals, and your greatest union you have possible is your marriage or is your partner. And so it's not easy to find your way back, because there's all of these stories and there's all of this stuff, but really it is easy to find your way back. Like, that's the grand awakening in the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. fly.
I know. I feel like we shared so much that I want to bring into this from the call, but
We just can't.
we just can't. Okay, so try this on. This does not have to be pull out the worksheet. This can be, I'm upset about something. I'm going to talk to my husband. Remember, stay in vulnerability. And you could say, are you willing to, whatever, ask him to say,
Are you willing to listen to how I feel without trying to fix anything?
Yeah.
And maybe this isn't about you. Even.
You could also say, are you willing to watch this video? Are you willing to look at this part of the worksheet so that we can have greater connection and better communication, right? Whatever it is. A lot of men are resistant in the beginning, and they change because this is not about, we're like, this is about honoring and respecting men and having their right place in the world. Like, this is about men getting to be the Viking that they are. And that's what we're doing here. But they think that we're trying to small them because that's what the collective does. And that's what therapy can do. It's like a woman telling a man how to be a man. It's like a whole grotesque situation that they do not want. And so they might be avoiding you in order to protect their own dignity. Good. And you can ask them into this and see if they're like, oh, actually, this does serve me. This does make my life better. And this is toward my mission.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so try it on. We have a school group that's free. Join it. We are doing a 5-part series, like I said. The parts, gosh, I feel like I'm going to forget the parts now. But it's going to be on shame and vulnerability, on nagging, which is super, super fun, on honoring yourself and honoring your partner, which kind of means like, are you taking care of your body? Like, if you're not honoring yourself, you're not honoring your partner. And what that looks like for men and women is totally different. One is
containment and spark.
Containment and spark. A man offering containment like the Viking, and the woman being in her longing. And then the last one is leaning into the fire. Conflict as possibility. Just like symptoms for our body. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast because now I know. Symptoms for our body is the way home. And the conflict in your relationship is the way home. So, and then if you sign up by Sunday, you get a free one-on-one with one of us to process it. It's for couples or individuals. Really good to learn this, right?
Totally. And it's 2 easy payments. We designed it to be accessible. If for some reason you're in a tough spot or strapped for cash, reach out. We want it to be accessible, and we want to be a contribution to couples out there because it's not an easy road.
Yeah. And if you are someone that wants to work on a relationship or you are ready for a shift, it's like super affordable compared to I've never seen anything like this before for couples. And
2, counselors, I haven't had a history of them unlocking any of the problems for me or for our relationship.
No. And you do couples therapy. It's like, how do I tell you what's wrong with this guy?
Totally.
And he goes,
well, let me tell you about her. It gets nowhere.
Who do you think would win?
I could sell the counselor on my dire situation and would do everything that I could to do that in that situation.
And we would pay for that.
Right. And we would pay for that.
And
exactly
time.
Right.
Sick. Okay. Okay. If you have questions, tell us. Bye.